Welcome to lesson 199 of A Course in Miracles. And I'll just read the title. So we get the idea of the lesson. I am not a body, I am free. And to my understanding, this is probably one of the main lessons. And this is where the whole course takes us, to this recognition that we are not a body, that we're not a body, that we are actually spirit, that we are energy, that we are beyond the body. And at least for me to start having a grasp of this idea too, first I have to connect to the depth of what it is to feel like a body, and to the enormous fear that recognizing myself as a body holds. Yes. And you just have to go within to this idea, which is not within really. Once you go within, you realize that you're not a body. Yeah. But when you're here in this ego mind, believing everything that you see, attached completely to your relationships, to your looks, to your job, to your finances, to your house, to your children. Once you're completely immersed in that realm, and you connect to the knowing that all that is going to end, the depth of fear that comes within the self is just, at least for me now, that when I'm experiencing it, is devastating, is enormous. It's like I have nothing to hold on to. God, I'm standing in the air, I'm floating in the air, on air, because it's like, oh my God, everything, like I'm in danger. If I only recognize myself as a body, I feel completely powerless, defenseless, completely in danger, because anytime, any minute, my body is threatened. My life as I have created is threatened. And it's devastating to live in this way. So, I mean, no wonder there's so much suffering in this world. And there's no wonder at the moment, 2020, 2022, there's so much mental health issues, so many mental health issues. And it's because we have been attaching ourselves to this so-called reality, three-dimensional reality, that, this is the only thing that exists. And by saying this, all this also has a limit, a due date. My body eventually is going to leave, my relationships, my family, my home, my job, everything. So when you just stand in there, as I was saying, I feel the tremendous fear that thought or that thought pattern, or that way of thinking, or that way of living creates within yourself. Is just unbearable. It's unbearable. But when you connect, deeper to this, to the surface of your reality, the surface of your reality being this physical realm, when you connect a little bit deeper, and you start connecting within yourself, and you start finding a space within yourself, and from this space within yourself, you start connecting to a bigger, much larger reality, which is the dimension of God, your spirit, your eternity, the eternity of every being. There's no right or wrong. There's no suffering. There's only light and peace. When you connect to this space, is totally different, you know. And freedom, especially of fear, exists within this realm. There's no fear when we connect to this realm. I'm just going to read the first paragraph of this. Freedom must be impossible as long as you perceive a body as yourself. And this is what we've been saying. The body is a limit, and it is a limit. This much I can achieve, this much I can live, this much I can be healthy, this much, you know, there's a limit on everything, because even the healthiest body will eventually die. Even the healthiest relationship will eventually end. Even the most beautiful house will eventually disappear. So the body is a limit, you know, and with the body, everything that we perceive in this through this physical realm. Who will seek for freedom in a body looks for it where it cannot be found. And we look for freedom in this craziness of, oh my God, yes, I'm free to choose this, and I'm free to choose that, and yes, I'm an individual, and blah, 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 blah. But all that is very superficial, because many times all that, you know, blah, blah, blabbling hides a deep sense of loss and fear and connection to the body. Yeah. The mind can be made free when it no longer sees itself as in a body, firmly tied to it and sheltered by its presence. If this were the truth, the mind were vulnerable indeed. And this also confronts us to the idea of, you know, this idea that we thought we had before, that our mind is inside our body, specifically in our brain. That's where our mind is. And the reality is that no, that is not the truth. We are all mind, and everything around us is mind. And you know why we know this now? Because when I change the way I look at you, you change too. When I change the way I look at my specific situation, that situation also changes. And if not, at least the way I feel about that situation. So that proves me that we're all connected, that what I am perceiving is the creation of my own mind. So everything is mind. It goes beyond this physical realm. And this is what we are discovering, especially now. I think at the moment, I don't know, such an awakening at the moment. I am not a body, I am free. I hear the voice that God has given me, and it is only this my mind obeys. I don't hear anymore the ghosts inside my head. I don't even want to hear the voice of fear within my head. I release all that. I acknowledge it, and I go, I don't want to hear you anymore. I choose to hear the voice of God, the voice of divinity. And that is the voice that I allow it to resonate within myself. And you can tell which voice you're listening to by the way you feel. You know, one gives you peace, you know, which is the voice of divinity. The other voice gives you tremendous fear. I don't know, when I'm connected fully with the other voice, I don't have any motivation to do anything. My creativity is gone. I accuse, I attack, I judge myself and others. And there is no hope. So it is crucial at the moment with this lesson to keep repeating, I am a body, and I am not a body. 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 I am free. And let the energy expand beyond your body and see how that feels. Many blessings. And yes, I'm here if you need to share any comments or if you need any further support. Yes, let's keep walking together.